So for this part, we're going to talk about change of base formula. Now, for the change of base formula, it is stated that log base b of a, if you were to evaluate with a scientific calculator, you're not going to have the option to type in your base. And I'll explain in depth about how it's functioned, how it looks like in the calculator. But in order to evaluate log base b of a, then you're going to rewrite it as x equals log of a divided by log of b. So my a is what's inside the log, and then for my b, that's what our base is. Now, in the calculator, it's pre-programmed with a base of 10. So when you're doing change of base and you're typing into the calculator, so I'll show you here. Now in the calculator, if I hit log, there's no base right there. It just means an invisible 10. So I could hit 5. It basically means log base 10 of 5. That's all it is. So right now you see no base because it's pre-programmed with an invisible 10, as I've shown right here on the board. Now when you see any log without any base, you can safely assume that it's an invisible base 10. Now the reason we're going through this for change of base is because when you're evaluating, so let me give you an example. Say that you were asked to evaluate log base 4 of 17. So if you had the option to use a calculator, so the calculator, again, I have no option to type in my base if I hit log. So if I try to do what I see here, log of 4, again, the 4 is inside a log. It's not part of the base. With scientific calculators, we don't have the option to type in our base. So our only option is use the change of base formula. So what I'm going to do is rewrite it x equals, and then follow according to the change of base formula, which I have up here. So I would write on the top log of my a. So my a is what's inside the log, which is in this case is 17, divided by log of my b, which is my base, that's the 4. Now if you were working without the calculator, this is where you would stop. So x equals log of 17 over log of 4. Again, this is where you would stop if you're working without the calculator. Now, when you're evaluating, sure, let's evaluate. What's the value of x when it's log 17 divided by log 4? So I repeat, this is where you stop if you're working with a calculator. But say that you're asked to find the decimal value of log 17 divided by log 4. So let's punch that in. So I'm going to hit log of 17 close parenthesis divided by log of 4, where the 4 was the original base of the problem. I'm going to hit enter. I get 2.0437. So let me write that down. So x is approximately 2.0437. Now the great thing about using change of base formula is that we can actually find the value of x from log base 4 of 17. So that's how you evaluate a calculator. Now the reason we have to do change of base formula, as I stated before, is you're not allowed, or basically you're unable to type in your base with scientific calculators. And here's what happened when you try to work it out. So So say that you're trying to work out log of 4. Well, it's approximately 0.6021. That is not the same as the true answer, which is 2.0437. Let's do log of 17. When you do the log of 17, it's going to be approximately 1.230. Again, that is not the same as the true answer, which is 2.0437. But if you were to set it up, so log 17 on the top is 1.230 divided by what's log of 4, which is 0.6021. And you were working with, say, a calculator, a scientific calculator, or a calculator on a computer, or a calculator on your phone. So let's punch in 1.230 divided by 0.6021. So I have it right here. So I'm going to hit enter. I get 2.0428. So let me write that down. So this came out as 2.0428. Now, the last two digits are a bit different, but it's pretty much close to each other because we have 2.04. Here we have 37. Here we have 28. So the difference was 0.0009, which is okay. That's a very small number, meaning a very small difference. So when you try to evaluate log of 4 or log of 17, that is not exactly the same as log base 4 of 17. Hence, this is the purpose of using change of base formula, so that now you can type it into your calculator after you get your setup, and that will help you get your true answer, which is x is approximately 2.0437. So this is my final answer if you're asked to evaluate to find the numerical answer working with the calculators. But again, if not, this is where I would stop. X equals log of 17 over log of 4. And just as I stated numerous times, with a scientific calculator, you're unable to type in your base. You can only type in log and then what's inside of log, which basically is my 17. Again, with scientific calculator, calculators on your computer, calculators on your phones, if you don't have any other technology, then your only option is when you're evaluating is you're going to use the change of base. So that's your best option if you're trying to evaluate log base 4 of 17 or log of any base of any specific numbers where you're unable to type in your base.